in here. That's the type of day we having right here. I'm back again. This the type of day we having.
Damn.
Welcome in.
Back at it again. What he say?
Back at it.
Damn, back at it again with the bullshit.
Again with the bullshit.
Damn, Daniel and the white vans.
Back at it again.
He said, back at it again in the white vans. Yo, what's poppin', y'all? What's poppin', fam?
Yeah, what's good? Yeah, what up, everybody? Happy Sunday, man. Once again, we are still here celebrating Black excellence in the month that belongs to us, even though the whole year belongs to us. This is 3LittleBlerds talk show. I am your boy, B Nice Else. We got the homie Outlaw with us, and ceexdawg. We are missing our fourth and final member, my Flash guy, as he is being a businessman, not a businessman today, and handling some business. So definitely big ups to him. Also want to say before we get rolling, big ups to Outlaw for the sub for C's channel. We appreciate the love, and also shout out to the homie Keith. We see you out there in these streets as well.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat for showing love, especially. You know, we got a bunch of people that pop in here every Sunday. Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Faithfully.
Appreciate y'all.
Faithfully.
Y'all great. Yeah, don't let nobody tell you different, even if it's me.
Facts. And it definitely will be him at some point.
No, that's only for you.
Hey, man. Hey, look, this is for you today. You know what I'm saying? Don't nothing matter today. Somebody can say, "Yo, B, your car is on fire." This is for you right here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need you to take care of that car on fire before you talk about.
We'll figure it out later. Hey, I'm just really
let go and let God. Ain't that what they say?
We'll figure it out, man. We'll definitely. This week's is commitment to community. Here at 3LittleBlerds, we are celebrating Black excellence this month. We have been shedding light on Black history with a lot of our posts via Instagram this month, but we also want to celebrate where Black people are at currently and where they have areas for improvement as a people. And so we covered relationships, and then we also talked about, like, bro, I literally just drew a blank. Last week,
we had the mental health week.
We had mental health
because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we did Super Bowl, but we did have a midweek conversation via Instagram and in our story about mental health and physical health. We also shared some resources as well, giving people access to those. We also in the Discord, I will be making some updates this week to a resource section that will have resources both for mental and physical health. And don't forget, y'all, even though he technically can't be your therapist, you know, Kenny is therapist assistant, correct?
I am actually, yeah.
Yep,
and assistant therapist, you know, until I get my PhD, you know, I got my own shit.
Yeah, and it's coming. Black's excellence coming. But you know, remember, is here. I'm here. C's here. Flash guy.
But I'm always here.
Our mods in the Discord, Majestic Madness, Blerd the South, Keith the Gamer. These are all people who are here for you guys to talk to, and you know, as a community, y'all know y'all can hit pull up, and you know, just about any time, really, somebody may be there available for you. Now our Discord, to the point where we're international, you know, we got representation in the UK, in Australia now, and also really shout out to Renegade, Rosie. You know, we did our second community watch of an anime, but our first full anime that we covered in the Discord yesterday. Yeah, and shout out to Outlaw for streaming that. We did finish Rise of Shield yesterday, and man, if y'all are not watching that anime, y'all are really missing out. I think the one common thing outside of C, and C gonna even jump into it now with everybody who was there, is that we've all seen this thing a couple times. This anime ain't even that old, but that's just how good it is. How quickly it goes left and you get sucked into the story, and how it just kind of keeps you all the way throughout. Man, we started that thing at 10 a.m. and went to what 12? No, 10.
No, it was like
about 10 p.m.
Maybe 10 p.m. It was like 12 hours.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, 12 hours. Yeah, man. Bang that thing out. We took breaks, man.
Yeah, it was.
That was
no,
dope,
it was like
8:30.
8:30.
8:30. Yeah, because it was
it.
Yeah, I left too. I wanted to go play Magic. I was like, nah, it was earlier than that.
We was in that
But yeah,
shout
out to everybody who came through. To stop in, Psych, Blerd, the South, C, Young Blood. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of people come through.
Clan, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So we'll be continuing that next Saturday as we will back up on Gundam Blood Orphan. Is that correct, Outlaw?
Yep. Next Saturday.
Yep.
We'll be finishing probably the first season because we did the first 5 episodes. So if anybody want to catch up, we did do the first 5 of the season 1. And we'll do the rest of season 1 Saturday, and then the following Saturday go into season 2.
Yeah, big bit. And we will be once we go into season. I realized a lot of our announcements because I had some settings that weren't set up, but we will be making an announcement in the Discord with anime recommendations that you guys give and as opportunity to vote for the next one. So be on the lookout for that. So I'm loving our Discord family right now because it has grown tremendously over the past week and a half. But more importantly, like everybody in there is just vibing with everybody. There's a lot of support, a lot of love there. A lot of the channels are kind of blowing up, man, and I love to see it to come in and have Kenny and like 4 or 5 people engaging with each other over manga, people bugging out over C's meme. I think it was like. Right, Matt too. Yeah, Matt too. With the Matt becoming for real, bro.
I thought Steve was the meme machine, boy.
Man,
he got that. He got to run for your money, bro.
Bro, Matt had the memes on deck, and Matt don't drop 1, 2, or 3 at a time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He don't be slacking.
The rapid fire. But yeah, like you said, the Discord is crazy because I remember because this whole thing started. I think we talked about it in the beginning how we was doing stuff on GroupMe, and we made the decision to jump over to Discord, and it was like tumbleweeds for like the longest until we started playing Among Us. People started piling in. Now we getting more people. We talk every day. We do the good mornings. Just making sure people good. Like B said, we always in there. Pretty much 24/7 at this point. Like if you literally DM one of us, pop in one of the channels with a conversation, and we gonna be there. Especially even if you need support, just somebody to run some ideas by. That door is open. And,
always open.
We got some good mods. We got good mods in the Discord now. So yeah, our doors and inboxes are open. And use us as a resource if you must. That's kind of our thing. We want to.
But I will cut you out, so don't be on no crash. I promise you. I'm not the 1, the 2, or the 3.
Young blood got out on foolishness, bro. Tuesday was an anime explosion. We had literally everybody come and kind of weigh in on some anime. And Kenny woke up. He was like, bro, what you not gonna do is wake me up out of my sleep with this disrespectful conversation about 7 days in.
Bruh, I didn't even get to wake up. My phone was buzzing while I was sleeping. I'm like, all right, that's just Discord. Then it just started buzzing more. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then it got to the point where the message was coming through. I had my MacBook turned on, so it just started beeping. All I heard was bloop, bloop. I'm like, all right, hold the fuck up. What is y'all talking about this early? And it was like 1 o'clock. But it was early. I was
starting at like 11.
I don't care. It was early. It was too early for me. I don't do anything before 12. Is a hit or miss.
And it was a slow roll, man. We started out early that morning, and then he just came in talking all disrespectful, bro. And that's when
I did my rant, and I went right back to sleep. Y'all ain't here for me until like 5 o'clock. You can ask B.
For real, bro.
I woke up, I jumped in the party.
Yeah, I know a couple of days. I've been kind of busy with work and stuff this week. But it's been like several days where I go in the Discord and it be a whole conversation that I done missed. I'm like, dang, y'all really got the Discord rolling. But I love to see it, man. I love to see it. The conversations is good. I forget what somebody said in there. Oh, you was asking about favorite piece of clothing.
Yeah, bro. Hey, yo, also,
I must have missed this one. Wait, what's this?
He was just asking.
That was this morning. So yeah, you can go weigh in on that one right now.
He was just
So
like, "What's your favorite
day,
piece of clothing?" I had to think about it. Like, yeah,
my favorite piece of clothing.
Jogger sweatpants. Like,
my jogger's probably my favorite piece of clothing, man.
Jogger sweatpants.
Bro, nobody had the same answer. Nobody had the same answer.
Nah, bro, it's just something about like joggers or basketball shorts. Like it's a different
right
part of comfortability, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the football in me. Just from me playing football and stuff, when you were an athlete, that's all you wore was sweats and stuff. If I would have had joggers, bro,
because they're not like pajamas, but they also not like jeans.
Sweatpants.
It's like an in between. From like
I don't know what it is.
It's like a lounge casual wear. I don't know. Like you can wear.
But I remember when like joggers.
You can wear it out the house. You wear it to the
house. To the store.
Yeah, I remember when I got to college, and I seen like the joggers really started getting like probably like popular when like Adidas started dropping their sweats, and you seen the new Adidas sweats. Those bitches was hard, bro. And I used to be sick because they didn't come in my size because I was big, and I was like. Man, fuck them hoes. I only want the bitches. And then Nike dropped some, and I was like, hey.
I was about to say, I got a pair of Nike joggers that I would, if them joints clean, I would pick them up out of the closet every single time. Like, don't even think about picking up none of them. Because I got some other joggers, but I just don't. They
oh my
when they don't get it like
Polo, Nike at this point. Outside of that. I might grab some Old Navy joggers because theirs be comfortable as hell, like they active wear, and then they got the pockets that zip, so I ain't got to worry about my phone and wallet falling out. So those be clutch, but yeah, it be joggers. I don't know. It's just something about joggers, like a nice pair of joggers, and then like the way they fit around your ankle, it's like
you can wear your shoes and still stun a little bit.
But when them joggers came out, I was so happy because I used to wear J's a lot, and like if you wore sweats, like the leg would fall over the tongue or like fall over the shoe. So once they made like the little tight fit, like around the ankle, like the fitted, I was like, oh,
you can see the full shoe.
What?
You see the full shoe now.
I ain't tied my shoes since
Hey, shout out to
I ain't tied my shoes since 2011, bro. Taylor Renee. Hey, Big Raid.
Hey.
Oh yeah, it's my birthday stream. I was in there. That's why I hear myself.
Yeah, I was in there. And I was lurking.
Happy birthday.
Too. Happy birthday, Taylor Gang.
Yes.
Taylor
Happy birthday.
Gang.
Shout out. Hope the Among Us.
Get you another shout out.
Hope the Among Us game was good. Hope you got some dubs.
Hey.
I hope nobody.
Merry Born Day.
That's what I say. Broken up.
Everybody say happy birthday.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, there. So that's King Sus right there, buddy. So.
I guess I got sucked into the toxicity playing with Okami. I don't know what happened.
You know what I'm saying?
B. C was like, bro, I got into Among Us, and I instantly turned into toxic.
Bro, see, when I tell you C transformed, bro, he transformed, bro.
C hit that Among Us lobby was like, it's over 9,000.
And C don't let me do anything in the game. He's like, yo, be over there being quiet. We gotta go out of here.
And you was the imposter. You was the imposter that time when I said it. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Anytime B is quiet, you just gotta be
everybody has their tail. Everybody has their tail. Cause me, I try to do the same thing, whether I'm the imposter or I'm not. I try to do it, but it's hard. Like it's real hard.
Man, I feel like I ain't play too much Among Us, but I feel like I'm just too mono to do anything outside of what I do. Like
But sometimes
I
that works. That works a lot.
So much. I change up my gameplay. There's some games I won't say nothing.
See accused me and Kira, and we got him voted off. And then the next round, he murked me in front of everyone.
But see, no, Tony, that would have been Kira, but Kira was the other imposter.
Tony be setting people up though.
It would have been Kira. It definitely would have been Kira, but she was the other imposter. So I'm like, I just stood there right in the hallway until that timer went down. But nah, man, we was. I know that one game went on for like almost 5-10 minutes that we was playing. I was like, man, let's get these games rolling with some stupid imposter moves.
Hey, C code.
Hey, I got voted off, so it wasn't like I got away with it.
The one game that I won, bro,
took somebody to the lobby.
We did double kills in back-to-back rounds. The one game I won, we slit, I think, 5 people's neck in 2 rounds. It got ooh.
Yeah,
Kira is nothing to play with, bro. I want to be.
Hey, I did download Among Us because y'all made me download it to play for my birthday, so it is here. But I can't say how many rounds I'm gonna play though. Let's go. Because it might be one. Yo, appreciate the
super love.
There you go.
Definitely appreciate the raid and the love. Got us in here reminiscing on some Among Us for real.
Hey, I played with Okami in the crew, but I be watching on Tuesday.
Man, listen, Tuesdays, man. Listen, if you anywhere around Tuesday, there may be a lifesaver going in your back. Just beware. Beware. They are there for violence.
Okami made me promise to tap in, so I'm gonna play.
Toxic. But I will be your best friend on that game. If I'm not the imposter and you not the imposter, I will literally be your best friend. Cause I know.
First off, I don't trust none of y'all motherfuckers. And I ain't even played the game with y'all. Y'all all imposters to me.
I notice little things. Like if you see somebody
y'all guilty until proven guilty.
If you see somebody clearly look like they not doing a task, you be like, "Oh, what task you working on?" And they start trying to make something up. You be like, "You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them."
It's funny because even now we sitting here talking about everybody. And her point, Shayla is a silent killer. We didn't say anything about her, and nobody knows they're coming. And she just come right behind you, stick the knife in your back, and walk off smiling. And everybody's just like, "Oh no, it'd be nice. No, it was ceexdawg." And she just sitting there like,
"Yeah, don't let her fool you.
She out here like, she out here like Dexter. Y'all ever see Dexter?
Yeah, exactly, bro. She covering up every murder. She putting dirt over it. She know where the grave's at. She got the log and everything. Can go back and recall where you at. Shayla, where you at? Oh, I was in electrical. I just turned lights off. It was the second switch, and we can just keep on moving, guys. You know,
like nothing ever happened.
Literally. Nothing.
Gotta have the story right. Gotta have the story right.
I'm bad at lying, so this ain't my game. I don't know. So. I'll be over there. I ain't killed nobody with the knife in my head like
hey, nobody saw you.
Can it be done had the body in his hand?
Yeah. Got that bitch over my shoulder like headband, bro. Like shit, it wasn't me. I was just moving it.
And then poor Tiny always get caught, except for when she emerged. Tiny always get killed. Poor Tiny. We love you though.
I watched one time she died. Kami snuck up on her while she was doing the task, and he just moseyed on like nothing happened. He jumped through a vent, was in the other side. He was like, "Sure, I never seen that side, so I don't know."
And Okami keeps such a straight face, man. He keep a straight face through it all. I would hate to play Among Us with him face to face because he'd probably look at you and look in your soul.
The way he be telling them bad movie plots, he be like, "It was a woman."
Brandon.
He'd be like, "Okay, a woman," and you take that and run with it, and it'd be a whole man. A part of the story. It's like your guess.
It'd be a whole cyborg. You know, need to be human.
It started off with the movie starts off with a man You'd be like, all right. You at this point you gotta be like, all right. So it's the opposite. So I don't know, that done got me like 2 or 3 times on them.
The first bad movie plot, he got me with that. He was like, yeah, it was a woman and her son, but it was like it was like twin brothers or something. I was like, what? Bro, that's you just threw me all the way off. I ain't even guessing the right movie at this point.
The way he be doing that, he would be the deadliest imposter ever telling them stories right there.
Okabe gonna be in me. And one time at band camp, bro, what does this have to do with the murder? Like, no, just listen. One time at band camp, somebody got off in the lunchroom. Man, yeah, I would play Among Us with y'all one day. I downloaded it. I just knew I wasn't gonna play that shit on my phone no more. That shit, I was like, yep.
Yeah, see, that's the rap I always listen to me, and I'm like, y'all, what y'all don't know is I'm playing on my cellular device. It is challenging at best.
Challenging is an understatement. That's fuck.
Grab his wallet and make somebody hit knock.
Bro, I'll be trying to walk, and then I made the mistake of venting. I was like, what the fuck what is this? What am I doing? I didn't even know what venting was. I didn't even know you could move through the rooms. I was just in the vent, it popped right back out. Like, oh, this sweet. If somebody see me, was like, he the imposter. Like, I guess I don't know.
I guess
that accidental vent. that has happened to just about anybody the first time.
Man,
yep.
That shit tragic on the phone. It ain't for me.
Because ain't nothing you can do about it on the phone. It's like, oh, yep, it happened. I'm in this bitch.
But yeah, big shout out to everybody that came in with the raid. Yeah, we was just
in here. Air Max yeah.
We was just in here talking about, importance of community and, supporting one another. We was talking about Discord. I think we had mentioned Among Us before, and the fact that you was playing Among Us, he just got fully.
Took a turn for the best.
Fully.
And then the raid came in, and it's crazy that the raid came in, and everybody we talked about was in the raid.
Was in the raid.
We were talking about Among Us, and it just came.
We were talking about blerd, talking about Okami.
We literally said everybody by name, and it just started slowly rolling in.
Shout out,
like, oh hey,
Among
didn't see you there. Community. You know them commercials when they be like, oh hey, didn't see you there.
But like C was said,
hey, gang, I'm with you in that.
Yeah, for real. Commitment to community, and so we were talking about how we're trying to put more of an effort in developing our Discord community and just being engaged in the community in general. Chat, as we're kind of let us know about some ways that you guys have kind of helped in growing your community and staying connected, whether it's your blerd community, your gaming community, whether it's your IRL communities. We're kind of going to be talking about that. So I'm going to go ahead and before we open up for the question about the community to the fellas, a few things we want to talk about today. Happy birthday to the late and great John. We'll make sure we show him some love. He is a defining human being in a chapter of Black people, simply just getting to the point where we have the same rights as everybody else in this country. But more importantly, he is the example of what Black excellence looks like, and the story of what determination, hard work, and being willing to never give up is. So happy birthday to John Luce. Also this week we had a couple things to go on. We're talking about today. We had the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer drop this week. We got Hell in a Cell going on tonight with a lot of Black wrestlers. Say what?
I said you just wanted to say Mortal Kombat 11. It flowed just that well.
Oh yeah, bro, it did. Yeah, I'm in a Mortal Kombat. I'm in a Mortal Kombat 11 tournament. Y'all be. But yes, we had the MK trailer. We got Hell in a Cell with a lot of dope Black wrestlers in it tonight. Getting started at 7. Make sure you pull up on the homie Coldberg. He is posting them in his family Discord. And then we have the Zelda 35th anniversary this week, or officially today. Is that right, C?
Yep.
Today is the day, February
Yep,
21st,
yep.
1986.
February the 21st. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Series ever.
We
It's
will
not
be.
up for debate.
Yeah,
Next to
we'll be
Resident Evil, because that shit fire too.
The MK trailer got
absolute
the
fire.
Kami stamp of approval, so that means it's really good.
Let's go. Let's go, bro.
That
We
shit
got
fire.
the
Yeah, I never thought I'd be somebody who liked movies as much as I did till I met Okami, and I was like,
facts. And I
You be
didn't meet
waiting for somebody
anybody
to talk about
like them
movies
more.
with.
well, you too,
Yeah,
but like
and
outside
y'all
of me
too.
and you, we don't be nobody talk about movies with us, bro. We just be in this bitch like, yeah, you see,
Yeah.
nobody be like, no, I ain't seen that. Get out this party,
It
bro.
just,
What you in here for?
it just don't be my, it just don't be in my ministry. And I'm to the point now where it's not in my ministry. What's in my ministry? Either you gonna get it or you're not. But then we also had the Crunchyroll anime this past week as well. And then we will get into some more of some anime dope. So let's go ahead and open up the question for both the chat and for the homies. What can we do to help out our community, both individually?
Be nice, didn't?
Uh-huh.
I was answering the chat.
Bruh.
As anybody see,
okay.
new episode of WandaVision because I got theories. I got theories too, Tommy.
Be nice.
Nah, man, listen, y'all
Be
can.
nice.
I'm not pressed, bro. Y'all can have a full conversation about this. This
If
is
we
not
can
gonna
talk
make or
about
break
it
me.
for like 5 minutes without spoilers.
Go ahead, bro. No, you can take a full sprint with whatever you want.
Nah, man.
It's not
I don't
gonna
even
bother
want to
me.
do you like that because
I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not talking about it.
Episode 5 and 7. If you spoil those, it's like, man, come on. Do you even really care about the fans of the show? Cause, and not saying the end of this episode, but it's the one part of the episode that I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you know we got Captain Marvel 2 coming.
I'm cool without talking. I'm cool on not talking about it until it's comfortable to talk about with everybody you've seen. Because the half spoiler talk, it's like you can't talk about it without spoiling.
You know what I'm saying? You
like,
can't talk about everything that you really want to talk about. But the only thing I'm saying is, we got Captain Marvel 2 coming, so that's gonna be more of what we saw in this episode, and then you got they already said when they first announced WandaVision.
All caps.
We definitely want to talk about it.
I don't be wanting to stop people from having good moments and good hearty conversations. That's why I be like, look, I move at my own pace. So if y'all want to go, y'all can talk about it, man.
Yeah,
it don't bother me.
See, Mr. Okami just brought up Doctor Strange. I think that's gonna be the big cameo of the series. I'm hoping that it is.
The only reason I'm thinking so is because it reminds me of this series reminds me of like Scarlet Witch's multiverse, like little, I guess, epidemic. I don't know what it was in the comic, but we ain't got the Illuminati and stuff outside of Doctor Strange, but we know that X-Men and stuff is back, so we could get like Professor Xavier, we could get like Dr. Reed. It's a lot of different ways they could play it because in the comic, you had Dr. Reed, Professor Xavier, Black Panther, Tony Stark, like all the smartest people in the world, like working, trying to figure out how to stop Scarlet Witch because of what she doing in the show. So it's like, I like the way that they flipping it around. So it's like, you don't know how they're going to play it because now they have all these properties where they can play it any way they want. We already seen, I'm going to say this part because that was a few episodes ago. We already seen Quicksilver come back and it's like the whole other Quicksilver. So it's like, they can really play it any way they want. It's just like,
but see, now I'm questioning that, with this episode, it's like, was that on her or was that on the external? It was a combination of her and the external. That's my thing. But when the series end, because we've been talking about this show, but when the series finally conclude, like we gonna have that week before Winter Soldier come out.
My time just been tied up with getting back into work, and I do want to get
everything.
Well, once I can get a schedule to do it, we for sure got to talk about it. We need to pull Okami in because I like his insight about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Me and Okami since you in the chat, we definitely I gotta hit you up because I was supposed to hit you up to do something this month, but time just getting away from us. But we gonna link up. We gonna link up soon. So just keep an eye on those DMs, brother. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it some more when B watch it. We're gonna talk about it in depth when the whole series is over.
They spinning the story their own way, but kind of keep like the basis of what the comics like kind of tried to do. Well, not tried to do, but what the comics did. And I love that. I think I love that about the shows moving forward, even the movies to a certain extent.
I'm just happy that it's on par with the movie as far as production quality. You know, even though it's a series versus the movie, you know, it still got the budget. It still got the elements that you get in the movies, you know, with the comedy, the suspense here and there. But now they dropping these cliffhangers every episode. But it's a good one. I'm happy with it. And if they keep this going, I'll have Disney Plus for as long as they dropping these.
I mean, I'm gonna have Disney Plus as long as I have Disney Plus.
Last thing I'm gonna say, they said the girl. You remember the girl on the Black Messiah, the Black Panther girl that was shooting the shotgun out the window?
Mm-hmm.
That's the actress that's supposed to play Ironheart.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that until I think they just said it. I saw it on Facebook or something yesterday. They was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see her in the Marvel and MCU." But yeah, the chick from Judas and the Black Messiah are gonna be Riri.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
Yeah,
because I am
solid.
I wish they I want them to do a Moon Girl series.
It may come later.
Just all together. I'll just talk about it just randomly.
It may come later. You never know. I mean, at this point, they tapping in and making series both that match with canon and that we're excited to. Maybe if enough people clam up for it,
I know
get it.
Disney Plus for the next few years is gonna have some crack.
Hey, and I know for a fact, Okami in the chat, when they start dropping these Star Wars spinoffs, boy, we about to be in here.
Ahsoka
about to go nuts. That's a different conversation. That's something I'm gonna watch.
I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to it.
What did I just do with the Mandalorian?
You watched it.
Conversation. That's a different conversation, bro. That's a different type of energy, and I need all of it. All of
Ahsoka low-key need. I would say she need a movie, but I think a show would be perfect because it get more Ahsoka.
Yeah, and we need like intricate details about what happened. I'm cool.
You kind of get intricate details if you watch Star Wars Rebels, but I want to know what the show is actually gonna like her actual live action show. Yeah, because it could be like the time between when she was like losing her. I guess she wasn't losing her way with the Force, but she was kind of leaving. She was kind of
leaving the Force. Yeah,
but she was still. I don't know, man. I just wanted to go into more detail about like. Actually, I would like to see the live action like her versus Vader. That would be fire. Because she was low-key kind of working Vader in Rebels, but Vader, so it's just,
we gonna be all over the Star Wars shows. And Be Nice just confirmed it, so we gonna be on it.
Ahsoka was like Anakin, but also like Obi. So it was like she was like wild and unpredictable, but she had a calm about her. Like that she like, it was like she was like carefree and just acting on instinct, but she also thought about what she did. So it's like every time she did something, like even if she would have messed up, the next time she not gonna mess up, and that's a promise. Like,
but it's so much. Right, we gotta get back to the topic at hand because I know we've been.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
Right.
We started talking
but yeah, just if you want to just ask the question one more time, I can go ahead and answer it because I kind of already had some stuff on my mind that I wanted to say.
Yeah. So this week, all this month we like excellence, talking about ways that we can celebrate things in our community and also talk about areas where our community can improve. So this week we're talking about community and uplift, and today's theme is commitment to community. So what are some ways that you guys can help make changes in your own blerd individually and as a group as far as us being 3LittleBlerds. And C mentioned that he wanted to go first, so C, go ahead and let us know.
Just want to give a shout out to my people from South Carolina State. Shout out to David White. This was kind of one of my mentors when I was down there at SCSU. So I got on the shirt today for his nonprofit. It's R3. You know, they kind of got the logo. It's backwards, but it's real talk, real action, real results, and it's a nonprofit that him, his uncle, his auntie, and uncle put together to basically kind of stand in and be a guiding light for the kids in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't know if y'all ever visited Charleston, South Carolina, but them low income areas, the kids, like it's kind of sad when you look at like the school infrastructure, the availability of after school programs. So what David and his aunt and uncle do at R3, they stand in. They have an after school program that I actually volunteered with back in 2016, and they've been continuing to do things down there in the Charleston community for years. I think they just had their 10-year anniversary last year. It might have been last year or the beginning of this year where they just had the 10-year anniversary. But it's a youth focused nonprofit organization, and I bring that up because when it comes to the Black community, I feel like a lot of the things that we go through are introduced to us between the ages of like 1st grade and 6th grade. Because like if you ask a lot of people, you probably remember the first time you either didn't have money to do something, didn't have something, your parents had to explain to you that they didn't have certain things. It probably happened between the time you was in elementary school and before you made it to middle school. And I just bring that up because, kids at that age, they need people to look up to other than like folks on TV. Cause, you ask a young kid, and I spent time with some of these kids, and you ask them like who they look up to, who they consider role models. They'll name like rappers, NBA stars, but they don't really see the Black mailman,
doctors,
the Black doctor, the Black
lawyer.
engineer. That's they they don't see the value in that. So
yeah,
I really respect David and his organization. I wanted to make sure I wore his shirt and gave him a shout today because they're doing stuff that I feel like is very beneficial to helping restore our people. Getting to the kids, man. These kids need role models. Like if you growing up 5th, 6th grade and you don't see positivity in the men and women in your life, you're gonna be drawn to those other things that you think have value, like selling drugs, violence, whatever. You're gonna see that as the way.
Role model.
And I mean, she is a role model in the sense of she worked hard to get where she is. Yeah, she might go about it a way that some people might not agree with, but at the end of the day, you have to look at it for what it is. I'm not here to knock what anyone said, who anybody says is a role model, but I feel like just like the more common folk, like I said, our dentists, doctors, sanitation workers, those are the people that's really holding up the community, the country. When you think about it, like when you see what's going down in Texas, was it who's coming to save those people in Texas?
Not our government.
Other American citizens are coming to save them. The government,
not their representative, because he clearly in motherfucking Cancun.
They're not gonna help us when stuff goes
south.
Merchandise. Is there a link to support David with the merchandise purchase?
Let me make sure I grab that real quick because I got this shirt directly from them. But I'll put the R3. I'll put the URL in the chat.
Every 2 weeks.
But I want to do more working with the kids, but since COVID has been a thing, and the remote learning, it's just been difficult. But I did make sure this week to give money to my little cousin. She was doing. You remember when we were kids and we used to do like the little jogathons where you pledge X amount of money for whatever. I just made sure I supported my little cousin. She about third, fourth grade. Just send her some money because like when you're a kid that age and you're doing fundraisers, like you don't know that these people got bills and responsibility. All you're gonna see is who was there for you when you needed money for a fundraiser. So I literally sent that money and didn't even think twice about it because I was like, man, that this $30, I'm not gonna do nothing but go spend it at a restaurant, get some food. Like I'll send that to her to feel better about herself. But yeah, just doing. I'm just super passionate about doing things that's gonna help like kids grow up with positive imagery. And that kind of applies important to what we doing here and outside of here, because this stuff here, it's kids that could potentially watch. A lot of people that we know got kids that might watch. So just whatever can be done to invest in the youth.
I'm always for that. Actually,
and then I'll
carry over to meeting. So yeah, but yeah, like you were saying with the youth. So I've been actually collabing recently with the Detroit Action, and it's a nonprofit that partners with different government and city things to try to help the youth and racial and economic justice, like and stuff like that. But I'm actually in the process because I told you I was working on some stuff. So I have a company and it's called New Dawn Therapy. I'm starting a youth portion. So my school will be New Dawn Academy, but I want to have a New Dawn Foundation, which it will be a nonprofit to target inner city youth and provide school supplies and different things yearly. So I'm like planning like yearly block parties at our local like park and stuff. We have like a big park that's called Belle Isle. It's like a whole island that's a park, and I want to have stuff there. But that's mainly the main thing that I'm focused on or want to have focus on, because in Detroit is really not like it happens, but it's not a lot of assistance for the youth, especially like where I grew up. Like it's like you there or you not. So it's really like a survival of the fittest type feel. And I feel like growing up, that's how I felt. And I know like other kids in the city feel the same way, especially now, because I ain't gonna say it's worse because it was probably worse when I was little, but the things that they're exposed to now is more of a norm than when I was a kid. So it's like some stuff that they probably shouldn't have to experience that they do experience. So I want to start that foundation for a local level. I eventually want to, have it everywhere, but I more so want to focus on like something that affected me as a kid. And that's where I came up with the idea to start it. And I only picked New Dawn because the dawn is the start of a new day. So I want everybody to have that vision. So like when they join or when we have different events, like it's supposed to be the start of something new. And that's basically like what I'm trying to stand for, to let them know like this ain't the last step. You don't have to end here. Like from when I was little, like I didn't plan on going to college. I was like hanging with people I should hang with. But my mom always pushed it to be like, your education is important. The people around you is important. And like what you learn is going to make you a better man, like for the future. And that kind of stuck with me. So I ended up going to college, being the first graduate in my family. Like, so it was like, I want to try to instill some of the things I learned onto the younger generation. Like I was in the Big Brothers Big Sister program. I was a big brother. I had mentees. I did, what is it? It's the school thing. I can't think of it right now, but I'm gonna remember it later.
The lunch things or the like after school?
Yeah, after school little programs like to feed the kids like after school, like when they used to have the little meals for kids who like would go home and not eat. Like I did, like I was in programs like that before I even joined my fraternity. My fraternity just kind of increased that because that's just what we was on. But yeah, that's my portion of it and speaking on it because I know the things that I've been through. Like a lot of kids probably can't handle the stuff. Like so it's like I want to put like some of the knowledge and things that I learned in my 28 years of living onto somebody else because I feel like I learned a lot. I mean, I ain't learned the same stuff somebody else learned. That's why you learn every day. But the stuff I did learn, I know it can help somebody because that shit was rough. Trust me. And if I had somebody to look up to or to be a mentor to me, I probably would have been a little different. But I didn't. I had to learn myself.
And that's crazy because both of y'all said segue to what I'm going to talk about. I mean, for a lot of you in the blerd, y'all don't did previously, but Kenny and C have known me for some years now. So for the past 9 years prior to being a streamer and doing other things, I worked with kids. I worked with kids mostly in affluent areas. And so my mission was a little different at that. Whereas C and Kenny are talking about opportunities to help kids who are more like us and grew up more in environments like us. My job was to teach kids in affluent areas that regardless of your skin or where you're from, you can still love someone. So I worked in a female heavily dominated world. I worked in a white heavily dominated world. But
Me
what I
too,
did
bro.
is I did, what I'm saying? What I did is I did love and passion. I was able to impact, over the course of my time, 9 years, 3 cities, and showing families and kids, the next generation, that they should not be like, even their parents or their grandparents, some of their great grandparents. And don't get me wrong, I dealt with racist people even in that environment, that you can love someone regardless of their skin. Then I got to a point where, I did want to start helping people that look like us in environments from us and came from places like us. So, me and 2 of my homeboys, we actually started a nonprofit ourselves in Brockwood Foundation. And so, due to COVID really put a crashing halt to all the stuff that we had planned. But, we are in the process of getting everything up and going again. And with that, Brockwood Foundation focuses on providing teacher support and student support for kids in lower socioeconomic areas right now, specifically in North Carolina. But we want to get to the point where, if Okami tells me he got some kids in Philly that you need some stuff in the classroom, I can, get some funds together. If Javay tells me she knows of some teachers who need some support in some classrooms, that I can, do things like that. So, for me, the things that we can do directly in our communities, first and foremost, as COVID hopefully in the panoramic calms down, one thing I would tell everybody they can do, and it costs you literally nothing but time, is you can go register yourself as a volunteer at an elementary, middle school, or a high school as a volunteer, specifically in lower socioeconomic areas, and you can be a presence in these classrooms. First and foremost, the teachers need the extra help. Secondly, for these kids that to see someone, let's take C for example. C has a very good job. C works for a company that's pretty known, and for him to come in there, even if he had just some of his stuff on, and they could be like, oh, you do this, you work there, or for somebody to see Kenny, be like, oh, you're a therapist assistant, and you help people. For them to see that Black people, or like what Kenny said, have different jobs, basketball player than a rapper in these other different areas, gives them the idea that they can do anything and that they can make impacts without having to be these stars or on TV or the viral Instagram or TikTok video.
Another thing that's been really really kind of important for is that in the process of working with these kids.
Yeah, audio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
Let's see. Yep. See, can you? Yep.
Oh wait, I was muted. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. See, can you hear me? I guess.
Yeah, he said he can hear you first. So.
Oh, okay. All right. And it's just, getting, not only providing examples for them, but also providing resources for the people who are helping these kids out in these communities. So that's why Brockway Foundation was founded. And next week, I wasn't able to get it in this week. This week, I will be doing a charity stream for the first charity stream for Brockwood Foundation, where we will be accepting donations for our first teacher support program of 2021. Our teacher support program specifically provides teachers who have specific needs in their classroom or currently teaching online right now. So whether it's something like a laptop or providing, kids with certain resources and classes, so that they can teach the best classes, which is something that's very important for me. I will be doing that stream next week, and that's how I'm going to be supporting my community IRL. And then, as a support for our blerd community, y'all know we founded 3LittleBlerds specifically to talk about things that we view important in our communities and also to give fellow blerds a platform to tell their stories. So that's how I both help individually in my RRL communities, as well as us as a unit through LittleBlerds helping our blerd community. And it's all about support. It's all about love. One thing that we constantly preach is that us coming together, that nobody can stop us. That I think that the biggest issue that Black people have right now is that we're divided. Right? Not that we are not allowed to do certain things in this country. Not that we're constantly being oppressed and being shot down in every area. It's that we have not come together. If we get to the point where we come together, there's really no obstacle that we won't be able to overcome as a unit. And once
crazy? We tapped into that last to like that coming together when we talked about Judas and the Black Messiah, and we was talking about like how our parents like my dad was telling me about like how he used to ride his bike across the city of Detroit, and like somebody on the west side be like,
what you doing over here, boy?
Like, what you doing? Like, you got in trouble. Like, no matter where you went, and everybody knew everybody. Like, they knew your parents, what you was doing. Like, it's like you couldn't be sneaky for real. Like, it's like it's just crazy. Like how in such a short amount of time, like we lost that, and everybody wanted to be by themselves or not associated with people
or not associated.
It's crazy. Like it can change in like the blink of an eye, and that's really what it was. Like in the blink of an eye, when you think about it, because that was my dad. What, like 52 now, I think. So it's like when he was like 12, that shit was right there. That wasn't too long ago. That's the 70s. Like
for real. And so both. I think all of us, the constant theme is us uniting, us coming together, us realizing do. We decide to put our resources together, and once we return back to that, we can see Tulsa, Oklahoma's again. We can see Black Wall Streets like Durham. We can see Black meccas like Detroit and Chicago return back to its prominence. But we're gonna have to make that decision to come together, and while we're in the process together, it's going to take people like us doing the hard work, getting to the point where we're helping our communities. And if we're not helping our communities around us, how are we supposed to impact everybody else around us? And that's why y'all see all three of us, four of us, pulling up to people's streams, pulling up to people's events, because we know how important and how heavy y'all support us, and we want to make sure y'all see us at the forefront. So, and if nobody has anything else to say, that was a great community talk. Huh?
I'm saying I don't like people, but I like y'all though.
I don't like Kenny.
Yeah, I
definitely
like,
don't.
I was talking about the people who be supporting us. I don't really like you, bro. Like, you can.
It's all.
It's one of those things. Like you have to be able to serve others in some capacity. Like
look who it is.
Bro, did I speak that man into existence? I literally was like, it's not 3, not 4. And then as soon as I do it, he chimed right on in. Got his little gym shirt on, got his little gym jacket on and everything.
This is the whole time and heard, the four of us, he was like, let me pop in.
Let me pop in.
I literally just walked in the house and was like, oh man, he said the 3 to 4. Okay, that means I'm supposed to come jump in now. What's up?
What's good, my guy? Hey, y'all, welcome. We do have the four of us. Will, why you we're talking about community today. We just got finished talking about how we can impact our communities in our IRLs and our community. Share with everybody, I literally just got finished low-key kind of talking about what I did for the past 9 years, but can you tell everybody what you do right now to impact communities as your profession?
Yeah, I mean, I guess Brandon probably talked about the little gym. I was hired by Brandon to work at the little gym of Fayetteville. So I mean, I'm kind of following in those footsteps. Just, I think for me, especially considering I'm in a predominantly white community, just kind of putting myself in a position to affect the lives of, Black kids who are coming into my gym. Because I think it's important that, and it's crazy because I have a kid who comes to one of my classes on Saturdays, and he's adopted. He's a little black boy who's adopted into his parents are both white. And one of the things that their parents said to me specifically about why they were super excited to come to the little gym is because now they have someone who looks like him teaching him these things. And like for them, that's a big deal. Like, there's not a lot of that happening for him. There's not a lot of that in his life automatically because of the situation that he's in. So, it's important that, considering we're already a small part of the population in the community that I'm in, that I'm taking advantage of helping the kids who look like me get a chance to be successful and see that there is more out there for kids who look like us. Because I mean, I talk to parents all the time. Like I've been doing this in this white space for a real long time. You know what I'm saying?
Real long time.
So it's not that it's nothing new. Like even back in college, like I went to a PWI. I hung out with a bunch of white people. Like my dance team wasn't nothing but a bunch of white girls. We had a couple of my black girls too. But like,
wasn't you?
Yeah, I was all into all that shit. Country music, fishing, all that.
Little bluegrass.
I was in there.
I was calling Ireland shots and everything.
Yeah. My beer pong game is crazy.
Bro,
Y'all ain't
wrist game. Wrist game is a thing.
For the Halloween party, we used to go to the house.
Yeah, to keep me on topic though, yeah. I mean, I just think the important thing in my IRL, I guess, is just to kind of continue to give Black kids, little black faces, little brown faces, the example of just somebody who is pursuing a life of positivity and happiness and joy and loving themselves for who they are, despite the hate and the kind of shit we get for being who we are. So giving them an example of someone who loves themselves despite. So
I mean, and both me and Will had an opportunity to be two very pivotal roles raising our boss's son. Like he was around me at the time he was like 4 to 7, and then Will took him from when he was like 7 to 10, and now we both kind of jump in and chime in, and David will text me, or I'll go see Connie, and he'll be like, I remember when we did this. I'll be like, I don't remember that shit. And I'll be like, he was paying attention. He was listening.
Mm-hmm.
He looked to us.
I wish I had somebody that I can say that was around like that. Like my pops was around, but it was like, you my dad. Like
it's the same. Like you don't really got somebody else.
David could talk to us. His dad, and his dad, be an intimidating man. But that's another conversation for another day. But
hope y'all don't mind. I'm doing my medicinal right now.
Hey, go right ahead, bro. Look, listen, bro. See, I told C and Kenny, I said, hey, yo, before we get started, I got 3 beers over here. It's gonna be what it is, bro. I'm at right. So
I was I'm glad you said that, talking about like the kids see like a familiar face, like just being able to relate. And I found because I used to do therapy for children with autism, and other I did therapy for children in like group homes and stuff like that. So it's like every job that I've been at, they always be like, oh, you're a therapist? So we don't usually see guys or like a Black guy being a therapist. So I be feeling like, dang, like when you think about I'm really like a minority, like therapy, like it really is like a predominantly like a woman's, like it's predominantly it's like hella women in therapy. And then on top of that, if it is a guy, they're usually white, and it ain't too many Black guys that's a therapist. So they be like, oh, you just you like the gold mine, like
a unicorn.
You a whole Mewtwo out this bitch.
So it's like every time I always had like a client, like I had this one client, I'll never forget him. That's my homie. His name Jordan. That's that's my dude to this day, bro. Like I still call him. Like I worked for the company for a few years, so I can like talk to him now. But before I couldn't talk to him because of like the
rules.
Yeah, like whatever the not FEMA, the
you talk about patient compensation? Yeah.
Stuff. So like I couldn't talk to him, but one day his mom hit me on Facebook, and I ended up getting back like reconnected with him, and he was telling me all these stories about because I used to take him like during like our sessions, like I would take him like to Chuck E. Cheese or something that I knew like I can get him to open up more. Like we'd go play video games. Like we got this arcade downtown. It's a pizza arcade. And like we'd go, I'd take him to go get like some slices of pizza, and we'd play the X-Men arcade cabinet. And he'd be saying like, I love X-Men. He called Wolverine X-Men. It brought me back to when I was a kid because everybody called Wolverine
X-Men. Yeah, right. Everybody.
Yeah. He'd be like, can I pick X-Men? I'm like, I know who you're talking about. So yeah, you can pick
X-Men.
And it was like his mom was like talking to me like not too long ago. She was like, I don't know if you know it, but when you left, it felt like everything that he stood for just crashed. And I think it was really like you being around or him seeing like a black guy that can do like what you're doing, and that took the time to actually help him. Because whenever I like work with my clients or my like the kids I worked with, like they were really like my sibling. Like they was really like right there. Like you did everything with me, and we went everywhere together. I made sure you was like family. And I think like that's what kind of like changed my approach with therapy, because you could talk to somebody, and that's why I was like when me and in one of my streams we were talking about it, like it's a difference between listening and hearing.
Yeah.
Like
you approach it, big difference.
Hear you, but like these kids, they hear you all day, but they ain't gonna listen. And it's like it was just the way, like I guess the way I approached or like the way I handled the situation with them. Like he actually listened to me, and like talking to him now, I'll be like, dang, you was actually paying attention, I guess. All right, okay. Like it kind of
never realize how much impact you put in until after the fact.
Exactly. Because at the moment I'm not thinking, I'm just like, I'm doing my job, man. I'm trying to get these 4 hours out the way, go to my next client. Like I mean, you don't want to say it, but some clients I like more than others because it just depends on like the situation or like how they act and stuff like that. It's like a bit. That's why I say therapists need therapists. Like that's some of the stories I didn't heard and the stuff I feel like I've been through it with them. But it's like
because you take in their trauma. You take in.
Yeah, but it's like through the years of doing it. Like I've been doing this since probably since 19. I started as like an assistant, then I started being like going into management and stuff because I was doing it for so long. So like, damn, that's 10 years. Shit. I'll be 29 Tuesday, so I'm gonna say 10 years. We're gonna round that bitch up.
That is a beautiful segue.
But yeah, like I look back at it and I'm like, I feel like I accomplished a lot. And in my head, that's why I say you your hardest critic, because in my head I'd be like, I ain't did nothing for real. But when I start looking back at the people I impacted or the people that's impacted me, I'd be like, damn, I did a lot. Like, shit. Like, that was okay. I guess I did do something. And I think, yeah, that was just piggybacking off what Will was talking about with the people with the same face and stuff.
We're so glad Will was able to come in and his portion about that. And like Kenny said, it's coming Tuesday. 3LittleBlerds is having second official birthday celebration of the year. That's going to leave us with 2 more after that. But we are celebrating the 29th birthday of Outlaw, and it's going to be a good fucking time. It's going to be a good fucking time, yo.
I'm have to buy another bottle, but
So y'all make sure y'all pull up.
Be chilling.
Yeah, official details will be posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I ain't turning up until after 6 o'clock because me and my mom got the same birthday, so I got to make sure her day good and dandy. You feel me?
Gotta make it through the day.
Yeah,
right. Gotta make it through the day.
Her portion of the day
is all about pacing.
You definitely, bro. Look, I don't even know how I made I should have not, but Outlaw is definitely gonna do better than my last hour. I was out of here, gone.
I'm out of here. He gone.
Oh no, bro! You know we coming to be charged,
bro.
So let me go ahead and delete your comment in the chat real quick.
I'll be using it every Friday. This ain't gonna be nothing out the door.
Let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the message because we not seeing none of that. Nope.
Even know.
We deleting both of those. No sir. We not allowing that in the chat.
One leg up.
we coming in being childish. It's childish if we want. And I'm gonna make sure all the good people are there. So y'all don't even make sure, you know what I'm saying, he try to duck out. Cause Ken is that motherfucker to be like, y'all heard what I said, and then cut the stream off. So we gonna be there. We see it.
As long as you know.
we gonna be there showing love. So it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead
what it is.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the rest of the topic.
I play Among Us. So
yeah, we playing Among Us. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be
one thing worth mentioning too. Today was the day that Malcolm X got assassinated too.
Yeah.
Woo.
Wild day.
Boy, it's been a long
today in Black History.
Yeah, it's a lot. Nina Simone birthday, John Lewis birthday, and Malcolm X assassination day. I didn't even realize it was John Lewis birthday until right before
the show. Yeah, I ain't laughing at what we was talking about. I'm laughing at Okabe's comment because when I did play Madden back in like bro, what? Don't get dubbed because you ain't getting a chance to play me again, bro. Past 6, you done, bro. It ain't no rematch. You just got
You just lost.
The Chargers is coming. You gonna take this love? Hey, Okami, definitely tell them the type to beat you in Madden and don't get back.
You don't get no run back.
Yup. Welcome in, Ron and Don.
Nah, I'm talking trash. I get run backs.
He do.
Bust your ass again.
But I definitely see him being
with my Packers.
Nobody
else but the Packers. So you can get this work. I ain't played Madden in so long though. I ain't played Madden since like 2015.
R.I.P. Madden, because we ain't even about to talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that NCAA though.
Yeah, that NCAA though.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I really have faith that NCAA is gonna be a disappointment. Only because anything EA touches is trash right now.
I'm still gonna play it though.
I'm gonna play it just because it's NCAA.
I'm still gonna play it.
Play it.
I'm gonna play it.
Somehow play it without paying for it. That's all I got.
There you go.
Guess what?
There you go.
It's my turn to buy
Game Pass.
You're welcome. See, gonna play it.
I ain't giving.
See, gonna play it.
No money. I just can't do it. But we didn't really get to talk about the Mortal Kombat trailer for real.
Yeah.
Because I do got to probably wrap here in a bit. Because like I said, I got another meeting. I got
jump into that meeting.
But that MK trailer though, so what y'all thinking? We kind of talked about it before, but when you think about it, that first movie was actually PG-13, I believe, and people still like kind of had fun with it. So like, I'm trying to think like, how much do we actually care about the story of Mortal Kombat? Like,
I don't care.
What is going to be the?
I don't care.
I don't care a bit. When I want to see some heads get popped off. I want to see Scorpion Spear. I want to see Sub-Zero doing combos from the video game. I want to see Liu Kang not turn into a fucking dragon. I don't want to see that shit again. But I want to see this. I don't care. I want to see the fight scenes. That's all I care about is the fight scenes. The fight scenes are fire. The storyline will be. It's gonna be better than the second movie. Period. I mean, the trailer at this point is better than the second movie. The trailer at this point is better than both movies.
Really bad. To be worse than Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Or to be worse than Mortal Kombat Annihilation, it gotta have no story.
It has
No
to have no
story.
story. It has to
Nothing.
have bad special effects and bad acting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just all. It just got to be bad. It just.
And we know it ain't gonna be that. We know it ain't gonna be that.
Nope.
So if that's the bare minimum, I'm right above it. We good. It's
Yeah.
already better than the second one.
I'm pretty happy with. I feel like they kind of showed a little bit too much, but I'm happy with what they showed so far as far as the Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. Because as long
I feel like they showed way too much because I watched the little director's explanation. I was like, really?
As long as we get a good Scorpion versus Sub-Zero fight, I feel like that's half the battle.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about this new character because I feel like they're gonna try to do like a MCU style storyline where it's based on the lore, but it's his own thing. That's my only worry is that they're gonna try to do this new storyline that people obviously don't care about.
From what I've seen is well, when I watched the little director joint, the way he explained it, he was saying how each game introduces like characters that's new to the series, like how they had that's what made me think of Movado because they was talking about the characters. I was like, dang, Movado was just a random ass character. Then you had like the characters that was in Armageddon and stuff and Inception that wasn't like in the game before. And they said that's one reason why they introduced him into the story because Mortal Kombat was a story originally where the characters could get added and bring a new depth into the story. But my thing is, I mean, when you think about it, they kind of made Liu Kang the main character because of like the things going around. But like me and C was talking about, it was the other day I think.
Yeah, Friday. I think. So I do want to ask who does everyone think is the main character of Mortal Kombat? Because I feel like it can be up to your interpretation.
It depends on what storyline you're trying to follow.
Yeah,
you got
I feel like everybody's
who has one portion of a storyline. You got Liu Kang, who is another portion of the
storyline.
Katana is a whole.
I think there's. I think.
Whole...
Go ahead, Will.
No, I was just agreeing. I mean, it's dead. Yeah, I was just agreeing. I was just agreeing with what he said. Yeah, like, that's basically what it is. I was like, all right, Brandon.
Whoever's on this, because I also agree because there are so many like pivotal roles in this story from different people that like if you take them out, the story doesn't make sense.
Because like it was one point in time where Mortal Kombat had 3 villains at one time, so it was
that had Quan Chi, fucking
Shang
and Shao Kahn.
Mm-hmm. With his favorite sidekick word.
That was the N64 one, right?
And Shinnok.
It was
Shinnok. Yeah.
It was Quan Chi, Shang Tsung, and Shinnok. And that was like, what the hell? And then you had Fujin that was on one half of the story, had Raiden in one part of the story, then you had Liu Kang in another part of the story. Everybody that was behind them, but they all like so it's like it's really up to interpretation, like what part of the story you find most, I guess, entertaining for you. Or interesting. But like when you think about it, like the main characters is like Earthrealm versus the Outworld. It's like Earthrealm is the good guys, Outworld niggas trying to take over everything.
And that's I think that's what I was saying on Friday. I feel like it's Earthrealm is the protagonist. So like Raiden, Johnny Cage, Sonya, everybody from Earthrealm. You got Earthrealm versus Outworld, and then you got these other, people that are just like Scorpion is a neutral. He always been a neutral.
He's from the Nether Realm.
Right. Yeah. So it's like it's really, but then even then, like they got like Scorpion's Revenge.
The Lin Kuei clan and all that, their whole storyline and all them, yeah.
And they've made a Sub-Zero storyline game. So that's the only thing I just wanted to ask. Like, who does everybody think is the main?
Beyond was evil sub, and then you got his brother who kind of changed what they were standing
for. Sub-Zero, yeah.
I was confused as a kid, bro. I was like, what? Evil Sub-Zero? Then I was like, who? So he just turned good. I didn't know that it was the brother. I was like, what the heck? I was just
knew he had the scar. The good guy had the scar.
Had the scar, no mask. And the evil one was the one with the mask. I was like, okay, then they had both of Sub-Zero. I was like, what the
I ain't gonna lie. When they had Sub-Zero with the scar and the mask, that's when I was like, yeah, Sub-Zero is my favorite person on Mortal Kombat. And that's what I was saying to y'all when they first showed it. Like, I feel like Sub-Zero he gonna get a lot of shine in this movie as a bad guy, and they always give
like
the evil Sub-Zero the most juice.
Yep, bro. I'd be damned if he didn't take up. Breaking people.
The joint where he froze the gun was hard. I was like, "Oh, that's dope."
Facts.
He froze the
That
gun and he froze the blood. I was like, "Oh, they trying to spice it up."
And then he threw old buddy. He threw old buddy through the ice.
He did. I actually thought that was. I was like, but he fights Scorpion. That ain't gonna be one of the fatality moves. And I thought
Scorpion's gonna win that fight.
That brutality where he throws it.
Scorpion about to beat his.
But see, my thing too is this Scorpion. Is this the Hanzo? Is he gonna die in this? Is
see what Okami said?
Okami
said he feel like the main character may be Sonya.
So like the special forces has always been a key,
a key role.
Mortal Kombat. Sonya and Jax. So like you really could say that they the main characters of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but and you also got the monks, who was another key portion of it. So it's like you got all these main characters. So it's like I don't know. He said,
That's
I feel like the main character
fights.
in the movie about to
That's
be
why
Sonya.
we're just here for the fights. It don't even matter who the main character is. As long as everybody's fight scenes are fucking lit
the new dude,
and the fatalities are fucking lit, I don't care. I just don't care.
I'm here
for 2 hours of heads coming off, spears through hearts, frozen fucking blood daggers, Kung Lao with the hat, fucking Liu Kang with the firebolt, double kick to the brains.
Fatality.
Yeah, I want the thump out this. That's all I care about. I need it all. Yeah. I need all the fatalities.
The costumes, I feel like is good. Like the Scorpion mask with the hoodie.
The Scorpion mask.
That's like MK11 Scorpion with the hoodie.
I like Kano a lot better too. The Kano look a lot better.
They had to do a lot of like experimenting with the costumes because they said they wanted to make sure everything flowed right and was true to like its core. And I think they with Scorpion, I think the actor, he's from Japan, and they took a lot of like the history from Japan to make it more samurai-ish versus like how they try to traditionally make it with just like the color palette, just the suits. So you get more of that samurai look where it's like blending into like the ninja style, kind of like Ghost of Tsushima, because that was like a real thing. Like everybody was really samurai. Ninja was like farmers who started tweaking with like eggs. That's how they got the little smoke bombs and stuff. They would like put stuff in eggs and use those as the bombs and throw them. That's how they had the pellets and the pepper bombs and stuff like that. So like just knowing like the lore and like the history of like ancient Japan and like the feudal era, like and how they played it with the costume, like you could see it in the Scorpion outfit, like all together, like even the one with the hood, like it just it pays homage to like its true source material. And I kind of like how they have it more so like, I don't want to say down to earth, but it's more relatable. So it's like not really nothing made up. It's like some armor somebody would actually wear, like his chain spear. That preview, he started off with the kunai and a rope.
The kunai and a rope, bro.
As long as they don't do that little dragon snake or whatever. You remember the little dragon snake?
Yeah, that came out of his hand.
Right, bro.
John was
weird.
The Johnny Cage.
The little one that was going through the trees.
Yes.
And I swear for the longest, I thought it was a snake that he used to shoot just because of that movie.
Yeah.
I found out pain.
And so I am in between. I am half of Will and I'm half of C. And definitely like Shrook and Pizza. Like I'm here for the smoke. Like you better give me fucking fatality. People fucking die, heads better fucking roll. And also, just like at this point, like if the story halfway attempts to be better than that bullshit we were fed, like I'm cool. Like I was telling C this, I think C and Kenny this last week, like
looks like it is.
I will brave the panoramic to go to the movies to watch this shit because like fuck it, we are MK. Like one of the main reasons I started this shit is because of Mortal Kombat. So, like,
HBO
you know
Max.
What I'm saying? So like I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I looked at a fucking Sub-Zero mask on Amazon. I'm like shit, I may fucking go in this bitch masked up.
I do want to mention just real quick how much of like a cultural icon Mortal Kombat is, because I got people that I know for a fact don't play no games, but they like, oh, Mortal Kombat got a movie, and that's like the mark of just an amazing work. Like people that haven't played games in years, but that Scorpion get over here. Like that's something
Get
that
over
you
here.
Chills.
Man,
Sub-Zero freezing
when they
somebody.
said in the
Like, you remember that?
I was like, yes, we getting voice lines from the game.
I still wanted them to have that Ed Boon sound bite, even though it would have been corny. It's still funny when you think about it, how the way they do Scorpion in the game. His voice, he always has a voice actor, but to get over here and to come here, he always use the Ed Boon sound effect. I still want them to do that, but that's just the
Every
true
time.
Man,
the purist in me. I mean, I just wanted it to be a good movie, all in all, and I'm already happy with the trailer. I honestly don't want to watch another one until I see the movie.
From the like details like that we got from the trailer, like that, well, the longer trailer, like I feel like the story has a good path that it's trying to take because it's kind of mixing up the special forces with what was it, the dragon, the whatever the
Black Dragon.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of playing like tying those in together. So like Okami said, like I feel like Sonya is gonna be the main character only because of how they're pulling in that new character coming from. It looked like he was fighting in the Fight Club with the Black Dragon.
I think he's supposed to be like a UFC guy on there.
I don't know. It looked like the
MMA fighter.
Yeah,
not
it
UFC.
looked like that Black Dragon the fight alley. That's one of the maps in MK11. And that's what made me think of like that's how probably Kano's getting into it and stuff like that. But it's gonna be something interesting to watch. I'm looking forward to it to see where it goes and look, we might get a second one depending on how it do, because it's a whole another story that can be told for real from what you introduce. Because we ain't even get Johnny Cage, and he probably in it. They just didn't show him in the preview.
I hope he's in it. I hope Johnny Cage is in it. I do, even if it's like a small role, like just to introduce him, into the universe. If they're gonna do a second one.
What was that movie when Johnny Cage got his neck snapped? Was that Annihilation or was that the first one?
Yeah, it was Annihilation.
Annihilation. He got killed like in the beginning.
Yeah, that shit hurt. I was like, really?
That's why I was just like, I would just like to have him in for even if it's just a cameo, quick little pop in, like give him a little bit of shine, because Johnny Cage is a pretty good character in terms of like some of the story they've done with it, just in terms of the video game.
I was waiting for somebody to say Johnny Cage is the main character in Mortal Kombat.
Nobody's seen Johnny Cage in this preview, so we can't even say he's the main character.
In this one, I don't know. But I see Miss Okami say they trying to do a Mortal Kombat cinematic universe, and I'm just like, I just wanted to make one good movie first before they worry
start
about
trying
that.
to jump off there. Yeah.
I think everybody trying to do cinematic universes now.
Surgeon Pizza made a
franchise
great point, yo.
The way MK is set up,
we just need a fighting game to actually make a decent fighting movie.
Yeah, I just don't remember one.
No, between the trauma of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, bro, like
yeah, because Tekken was cheeks, Dead or Alive.
Yeah, let's not even mention Tekken too.
Yeah, fighting game movies is cheeks. Let's just say that.
Straight cheeks.
I know C got to head out. So
yeah. And real quick, I do want to go over something really quick. We had the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Jujutsu Kaisen definitely inserted themselves as an anime that's going to be here, not for a short time, but for a long time. So shout out to them. Shout out to B-Stars for getting Best Opening Song, as well as we will definitely have a conversation about this. Me and Kenny already kind of digged into it, and see before the Deku versus Overhaul winning the best fight scene. So y'all, we will be coming back to this. Maybe we'll do something during the week. Maybe we'll drop a video, and we will come back to also talking about the Jujutsu Kaisen fights that just came out this week, and then seeing Odin and Whitebeard fighting. But really quickly before we leave, we want to open up the floor for everybody. I know Will just dropped the new image for Red and the Blue podcast. So I'm going to give him a minute to kind of talk to the people about what he's got going on over there. Also, like people like Bash and Pony and anybody else out there who's got a love for soccer, man. I know he's definitely looking to kind of collab with people and kind of get people onto the show and stuff. So y'all reach out to him too.
Yeah, like you said, man, if you got any kind of interest or like desire to talk soccer, definitely hit me up. I'm trying to stream more on Sundays to pick up a couple extra days. I'm gonna just start streaming randomly now, just kind of make myself do it. So just kind of watch my IG for that. But really, no episode this week. We're gonna bring an extended episode next week with all the Champions League, Europa League talk. We're gonna do a whole conversation on racial abuse, current racial abuse of soccer players on social media, because that's been a real big thing happening with Black and brown players, and so we're gonna talk a lot about that in the episode. So definitely chime in on that. But yeah, that's basically it, man. Just keep watching the feed for Red and the Blue and all the other things that I'm doing with the stream and shit. So.
Yeah, man. Keep it up, y'all. Make sure y'all staying connected with us at 3LittleBlerds too. Y'all know we try to drop information on anything that's blerdy in the community. So y'all make sure y'all checking in with a Red and a Blue podcast. C, let's go with you. What do you want to tell the good people this week?
Same as always. Shout out to everybody for the love that was showed tonight. Way too much love with the raids. The hosts, shout out to Flex Burner, Taylor Renee. Just shout out to everybody for the love tonight. And yeah, I'm just glad that we were able to talk about this community stuff and this service, because this is the kind of stuff that we've done before. Linking up doing talk shows. So I'm just glad that we able to still be passionate about the things that need attention. Uplifting the damn uplifting everybody, man. My bad, I got this Zoom call over here. I know they listening in, but
nah, hey bro, tell them tune in.
But yeah, we out here just trying to keep doing what we do, support the people. And I did hit up my people and let them know that people was asking about the t-shirts. Let me mute myself. My bad, y'all.
You good?
I did hit my people up to let them know that people asking about the t-shirts and stuff. So that's that's the kind of stuff that I want to make people aware of. I was talking about R3. Somebody asked about the shirt, and I went to let him know straight up. Like, people asking about the shirts. If y'all got shirts, I will send people y'all way. So
yeah, Shuriken Pizza. We're gonna drop. We're grabbing all the information. We were talking about ways to help our communities at the beginning. And C has on a shirt from one of his homeboys' business ventures we started out helping in the community. So we'll be putting information out about that a little bit later.
But yeah, and same thing I say out, every week, everybody just continue to be safe with everything that's going on. Anybody who is in Texas, if you need support, you need somebody to hit a GoFundMe, Cash App, please send that info out. Just the kind of stuff I've been seeing in Texas, it's sad that we got to sit here, see these people suffering, and politicians doing what they're gonna do anyway. It's sad.
Going on fucking vacations.
Just know that whenever you need somebody to talk to, somebody to pull up on, we're gonna be here. So thanks everybody for showing love, and yeah, hope we can close this month out good. We got Outlaw birthday this week, so we're gonna have fun for the rest of Black History Month. I feel like we done good, so I'm proud of us. That's really all I got.
Thank you for those flowers. Outlaw, what you got for us?
I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, and simple.
Quickly.
But y'all live positively. Cut the negative energy. Bring positive energy into your life. It'd be great. Go into this week thinking positive. That's about it. Yeah.
Hey man.
Game.
Game shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna also keep it short and sweet. Y'all, first and foremost, as a community, I want to thank everybody for being a community. The one thing I will see, we had some trauma come to our community a couple of weeks ago, but the great thing that came from it is we've all rallied together and become stronger from it. And I want to make sure we continue that thing for the rest of the year. That no matter what happens as a community, we're gonna band together and we can get through anything. So let's keep being a community. Let's keep uplifting each other. Let's keep, staying positive, like Outlaw said. Y'all make sure y'all come out and meet this childish as possible on Tuesday for his birthday. We're gonna have a good time for that.
Stay y'all asses
Next week is the last week of Black History Month and our celebration of Black excellence. We will be talking about financial literacy and how to advance your careers. We will have 2 special guests next week. We will have one on the talk show, a good friend of mine in IRL, and Yuri Robinson. And then I'll be doing a Instagram live with my homeboy, Dominique Waters, who is a career coach. He's specifically a career coach for the advancement of African Americans in the business world. So we are super excited to have both of them on next week. And then as well as we will be continuing our community development in the Discord. So once again, C's going to drop that Discord link. If no one here has joined the Discord family, please make sure you go ahead and do that. We are extending our family and making sure that we're doing everything to support and uplift everybody. And with C talking about Texas, I think it's only fair that we send the love to Texas. Gervais Plays is on right now, and if y'all don't mind or have any objections, I think that would be a great candidate for the raid.
You read my mind because I was just about to say I see Gervais on.
Yep.
Show love. We was talking about the manga, so I think that's perfect, man.
Yeah, that's a great play.
Toxic us.
Yeah, so I'm about to drop this raid command in the chat. Y'all, once again, if you haven't joined the Discord family, we're gonna give everybody a little while to go ahead and click that link and join in. And if you don't get an opportunity to do that, you can definitely hit our link tree where it's there. I want to say thank you to our brother, my Flash guy, ceexdawg and Outlaw, for chiming in and having this great talk this week. I feel like this month has been more important than anything because we're able to not only celebrate Black excellence but talk about ways to make it even better. So also raising gang